Greetings. I just wanted to come and share with you this book that I'm rereading. It's called Financial IQ by Robert Kiyosaki. If you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, I suggest you kind of do some research on him. He's a very smart investor, part of the Rich Dad Poor Dad series. It's a really good book. He's a very smart man. He knows a lot about money. Okay, so let's see how we can get our financial IQ up. Okay, so I'm gonna read you an excerpt from this book. It's called "The Rules of Money Have Changed." In 1971, President Nixon took us off the gold standard. This was a poor economic policy that changed the rules of money. It is one of the biggest financial changes in the history of the world. Yet few people are aware of this change and its effect on the world economy today. One of the reasons so many people are struggling financially today is because of Nixon's actions. In 1971, the US dollar died because it was no longer money. It became a currency. There was a big difference between money and currency. The word currency comes from the word current. Like an electrical or ocean current, the word means movement. In overly simple terms, a currency needs to keep moving. If it stops moving, it rapidly loses value. If the loss of value is too great, people stop accepting it. If people stop accepting it, the value of the currency plummets to zero. After 1971, the US dollar began moving to zero. Historically, all currencies eventually go to zero. Throughout history, governments have printed currencies. During the Revolutionary War, the U.S. government printed a currency known as the Continental. It was not long before the current went to zero. After World War I, the German government printed a currency in hopes of paying its bills. Inflation exploded and the German middle class had its savings wiped out. In 1933, frustrated and broke, the German people elected Adolf Hitler to power in the hopes he would solve their financial problems. Also in 1933, Franklin Roosevelt created Social Security to solve money problems of the American people. Although very popular, Social Security and Medicare are financial disasters, about to erupt into massive financial problems. If the U.S. government prints more funny money, aka currency, to solve these two massive financial problems, the value of the U.S. dollar will die faster and the financial problems will get bigger. This is not a future problem, it's happening now. According to a recent report by Bloomberg, the U.S. dollar has lost 13.2% of its purchasing power since George W. Bush took office in January 2001. So just imagine what it is today. I'm just going to throw that in there. So Nixon's change in the U.S. dollar is one of the reasons so many people are in debt. Just as the U.S. government is in debt, when the rules of money changed in 1971, savers became losers and debtors became winners. A new form of capitalism emerged. Today, when I hear people saying, you need to save more money or save for retirement, I wonder if the person realizes that the rules of money have changed. Under the old rules of capitalism, it was financially smart to save money. But in the new capitalism, it is financial insanity to save a currency. It makes no sense to park your currency. In the new capitalism, currency must be kept moving. If a currency stops flowing, it becomes worth less and less. A currency like an electrical current must move from asset to assets as quickly as possible. A currency purpose is to acquire assets. Assets that are either appreciating value or producing cash flow. A currency must move quickly to acquire real assets with real value because the currency itself is rapidly declining in value. Prices of real assets such as gold, oil, silver, housing, and stocks inflate in price because the value of currency is declining. Their inherent value does not change. Only the amount of currency it takes to acquire them changes. Do you hear me? Important to understand this information. And that's why I'm saying the way that I'm going, I'm putting my money, my currency in gold. And I'm saving my money in gold because as the currency declines, gold will increase. It is not going to lose its value. Just the currency that it takes to acquire the gold will change, but gold will never change. And gold is international. You can take gold anywhere, okay? I can go to China, I can go to Africa, Brazil, everywhere, and they will take gold. You try taking your US dollar to China right now. They be like, this is just a piece of debt that y'all owe us. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, we need currency, but when you get that currency, acquire assets. So work to get currency, but work to get assets as well with that currency. Don't just depend solely on currency. Save your money in gold. That's all I'm saying. And I'm out.